So it's a new week, and with a new week comes another new Ryobi tool release every single week, sometimes multiple times a week. It is crazy what is going on in that platform over there. It's just they're just releasing one tool. If you're in the Ryobi platform, I say this in every single one of these types of videos, these talking head videos, you got to be loving life. I mean, if you're sitting in a tool brand that you've been in for years and you're just not seeing anything from them, you're probably pretty aggravated, probably pretty irritated. If you're in this brand, you're just like, okay, well, yeah, every week. Now, I do have an interesting story after I get through this information and talk about this new tool release. Talked to a bunch of tradesmen this weekend, and what they told me was pretty surprising, even for moi. So let's get into what we're looking at here today. I'll give you the price, the availability, and then we'll talk about what I was told by some of these tradesmen. So this is the new HP brushless 15 gauge angled finish nailer. Now, a lot of other companies have finished angle nailers, but a lot of other companies, such as the more pro companies, very expensive. And I won't mention any names, but some of the pro nailers out there have very low ratings for the price that they're setting their nailers at. And not every tool brand does good at everything. Some of them make really good tools, and they also make really bad tools. It doesn't matter what tool brand it is. They all come out with duds. But for the price of this thing, if you're somebody that's like a handyman or an installer, this might be something for you, and I'll tell you why here in a bit. We do have photos, but this is the new angled 15 gauge finish nailer. Now, it's going to be available October of this year, 2024. And it's going to be priced at $279. The model number, which I don't think it's available for purchase yet. Obviously, if it is, I'll try to leave a link in the description below. The model number is going to be PBL375B. This was just announced today, and it's the Airstrike 15 gauge angle nailer. Now, they, again, have other nailers they came out with. They have a framing nailer that they came out with. It actually is a little bit bigger, but it's surprisingly good for the Ryobi line. Now, this is the HP, and anytime you see HP, that means that's the top of the line when it comes to the Ryobi. You can see that up here, Ryobi 1 Plus HP. So this is supposed to be the top of the lineup. But 25% more compact and 20% lighter weight than its predecessor, the P330. This new generation angle finish nailer provides more powerful performance in a lighter weight tool. So the one thing I have been noticing with Ryobi is that they are making their tools smaller, more compact. A lot of the times they were a lot bigger than everybody else on the market, but they are starting to reduce the size. Now, I don't know if they're just trying to keep up with the times and just offer, you know, more professional grade stuff or prosumer stuff, or what their thought process are, but they are changing. You can see that there's an evolution when it comes to the Ryobi lineup, not the Ryobi lineup, the Ryobi lineup. There is an evolution, and they're coming out with some really cool things. So I think they're stating, well, 1,500 nails per charge when paired with the 4AH high performance. So that's a lot of nails. Utilizing the cordless convenience of the 1 Plus HP technology, paired with the Ryobi Airstrike. This is the new angled finish nailer. Delivers instant driving speed for 15 gauge angle finish nails up to 2.5 inch in length. My phone is always going when I'm doing these videos. At 25% more compact, 20% lighter than its predecessor. And it says nose gives users superiority, the visibility for improved accuracy and drive quality. Now, the one thing I will say about some of the nailers when it comes to Ryobi is that there's no adjustments on there, and we'll see if there's an adjustment. I really need to see on my nailers anyway an adjustment. So what I mean by that is if you want that nail to sit flush, I can adjust it to that nail sitting flush. But if I'm going into a harder wood, I need that nail to penetrate a little bit more. I need to be able to adjust that, not just a one size fits all, you know, boom, boom, boom. I need to be able to adjust my nail. So we'll see if that offers that. I read these with you. I haven't read this beforehand. The tool-free depth of drive adjustment. All right, so there you go. Oh, am I a genius or what? So smart. I swear I haven't read this. Tool-free depth drive adjustment dial allows for accurate depth control and proper setting of nail heads for nails ranging in size from 1.25 to 2.5. A selectable drive switch offers both single, sequential, and contact. So what that means is you got the bump mode. That's Rambo mode, my friends. You can push down, pull the trigger, and you have one nail, or you can pull the trigger and bump, 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 bump. It's called bump fire or Rambo mode. And it allows you to shoot off many nails at a time. I'm not sure if it tells you how many at one time, unless I already read it. I don't know. Usually it'll tell you how many per second. Best of all, this 18 1 Plus HP brushless 15 gauge angle drive nailer is part of the Ryobi. Okay, so it's a 3-year manufacturer warranty, 300 plus tools. Specifications, I think, is what we want to look at here. Delivers instant driving speed with no delay. So there's no ramp up. It's going to be a gas in there, probably nitrogen or whatever you're putting. I don't know. But probably not a flywheel, or maybe there is a flywheel. I don't know. But it's instant driving speed. I don't have my hands on this thing yet. So airstrike technology eliminates the need for compressors, hoses, and gas cartridges. I do believe there's a nitrogen in there. If I'm correct with the airstrikes. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong, or let me know if I'm right. Drive up to 1,500 nails per charge when using the 4AH. Ryobi's smallest 15 gauge angle finish nailer to date. Got AccuDrive nose, provides superior visibility. We already talked about that. Powerful, enough to sink up to 2.5 inch 15 gauge finish nails. Ideal for fastening crown molding, window trim, baseboards. You know what a finish nailer is for. If not, you can read it here. Selectable drive switch, talked about that. Integrated light, illuminates the workpiece when in a low light situation, so you're gonna have a light on there. Tool-free jam release, which I did notice that on the picture, so you don't have to worry about taking your Allen wrench and opening it up. And then you pop the nail out, your jam out, and then you're good to go. And then includes 18-volt angle finish nailer, belt clip, non-marring pad, and operator's manual. Battery and charger sold separately. So that's going to be your price at $279. Now, I will tell you that you can get the pro models out there on sale. I'm looking right now at $329. So even though you're saving so much, like $50, I would have liked to have seen it like at a $240, $250, but what do I know? Everything's going up in price. I'm just telling you that you can get a pro right now. Some are selling for $5. It's crazy, but $329 on sale for a pro model. You're paying $50 more for that pro model. But if you're already in the Ryobi platform, this is going to be good for you. Now, let me show you a couple pictures, and I'm going to talk a little bit more and tell you what I learned today, this weekend actually. What was pretty interesting, a lot of pros I'm talking to, electricians, contractors, HVAC, carpentry, people that make a living off of these brands. What they're doing, it seems to be heading towards the Ryobi lineup. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. All right, there, I fixed it. Even moving my face down a little bit. So a lot of them, what they were telling me was they're moving, or sort of heading towards the Ryobi lineup for a couple different reasons. Number one is price. Some of these other tool brands, these pro tool brands, are crazy amounts of money. They are just, the prices have just went insane for a lot of these brands. So what they have stated to me is the reason why they're using a lot of Ryobi tools is because of price. Meaning that if they need something that's one-off, maybe they only use it every once in a while, they're going to go with the Ryobi because it's cheaper, number one. Number two, they're stating that these things like the nailers, and not so much the miter saws and the table saws, they're still not buying. They're sticking with the DeWalt's, the Milwaukee's, the Flex, and stuff like that. They're not buying those. They are buying the nailers, the ratchets, all the other cool stuff that Ryobi's coming out with, because if they need something, it's not that expensive. They go out and it's giving them some use. They're making some money off it. And if it breaks, you still got the 3-year warranty on it. And not only that, you just go out and buy a new one for twice. So you could buy 2 of one of these, compared to, one of the other brands for twice as expensive. My math is, you get what I'm saying. So that's number one. Number two, they're easy to buy, right? So basically you go to Home Depot, you see Ryobi is sitting there, and then all of the attachments, all of this, all of that is there for them. So if they go out and buy a scrub brush, they got the scrub brushes at Home Depot, where a lot of these brands, you buy the tool and then you got to order, so like a scrub brush or a special whatever. They carry everything at Home Depot. So that's one of the bonuses. And the other thing, and I asked them, I said, what about color? Because that's one of the biggest complaints that I get is the color. So I don't care about the color. You know what I mean? They're like, if it's making me money, it's green, it's making me green. I don't give too crass about the color. But the third reason that people are getting into this line is because of what I mentioned in the beginning of this video. They keep coming out with stuff. So listen, I love DeWalt. Where have they been? Right? You're not hearing anything. I've said this on multiple videos. You're a subscriber, you would know that. They're just not releasing stuff, where Ryobi is releasing multiple things a day. So a lot of the professionals, and I know what I'm going to hear, which listen, I don't care if you buy these tools or not. I don't care what tool brand you use. I don't have a favorite tool brand, whatever. A lot of people are going to sit there and say, well, if I ever see anybody carrying a Ryobi on my job site, they're getting laughed at or this, that. They don't care what you think. Just being honest with you. Nobody cares what you think. If you're going to laugh at somebody for bringing in a green or a red or a yellow or a purple tool, they don't care. If they're making money, they don't care what you think. They just don't, So I'm just being honest with you. They're making a splash. One-off tools, and they already got the homeowner market cornered, basically. But now you're getting the prosumers, you're getting handyman, you're getting the trades in here and saying, hey, listen, they got this tool, they got this little laser level and all this stuff, and it's only like $30, where Bosch is 300 or 200. I only need this a couple times. They're going in and buying. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at right now. So curious to know what you think. There you go. Another tool release for Ryobi. Back with more videos soon.